Look at these marvelous candies, fresh today.
They are beautiful. I'll take 3.
Wow, look at the colors.
The Donkey and the Load of Salt. Let me tell you the story. There was a peddler who traveled from place to place,
selling many different things. He sold shoes for farmers, warm shawls, small gifts, and sweet candies for children. To carry all these goods, he had a donkey. Every morning, the peddler loaded the donkey with heavy bags and baskets. Then the two of them would walk long distances from one market to another. The peddler always walked happily ahead, whistling cheerful tunes, but behind him came the poor donkey, struggling under the heavy weight on his back. At the end of every day, the peddler counted his money with a smile. The donkey, however, returned exhausted and sore. Every night the donkey would lie down in the stable and groan, "Oh, my poor feet, my aching back." A grey cat who lived in the stable watched him quietly and sighed. Poor donkey. One morning, the peddler loaded the donkey with large sacks of salt. The bags were much heavier than usual. "I'll make good money today," the peddler said happily. "Everyone needs salt." But the donkey only thought about how heavy the load felt. As they walked under the hot sun, the donkey became very thirsty. Ahead of him was a cool stream of water. He hurried toward it as fast as he could. But the ground near the stream was wet and slippery. Suddenly, the donkey slipped and fell into the water. "Help! Help!" he cried in fear. But then something strange happened. The heavy load on his back slowly became lighter. The salt had dissolved in the water, but the donkey did not understand that. He climbed out of the stream feeling happy and surprised. "My load is gone," he thought excitedly. "I've found a way to escape heavy work." That night, the donkey proudly told the grey cat everything that had happened. "I discovered a wonderful trick," he said happily. "Every time my load becomes too heavy, I'll just fall into water." The old grey cat listened carefully. Then she shook her head and softly said, "Poor donkey." The next morning, the peddler loaded the donkey again, but this time the donkey carried large bundles of cloth. "Be careful today," the peddler warned. "I lost money yesterday, so today is very important." The donkey slowly followed behind, his back hurting badly, but deep inside he was smiling. He was waiting for the right moment to use his trick again. Soon they reached the same stream. The donkey quickly hurried forward and pretended to fall into the water. Splash! "This will make my load lighter again," he thought confidently. But after a few moments, something felt wrong. Instead of becoming lighter, the load became heavier and heavier. The cloth had soaked up all the water. The donkey began sinking deeper into the stream. His eyes filled with fear. "Help! Help!" he cried loudly. Hearing the donkey's cries, the peddler rushed to the stream. With great effort, he grabbed the donkey and pulled him out of the water. The poor donkey was completely soaked. The bundles of cloth on his back were now much heavier than before. Slowly and painfully, he carried the dripping wet load all the way home. By the time they reached the stable, the donkey was miserable. His back hurt terribly, his legs felt weak, and he had even caught a cold. He lay down on the straw and sneezed sadly. The grey cat sat nearby, watching him quietly. The donkey now understood his mistake. Trying to avoid hard work had only made things worse. The cat shook her head gently and sighed. Poor donkey. And from that day on, the donkey never tried that trick again.
If you like the story, please give it a like and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories like this one.